Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to give you something that nobody gave me. Not in school, not in college, not in books. A system, a weapon, a blueprint. Because when I was lost, when I had dreams in my head but no path in front of me, when I woke up every day with ambition but ended the day with regret, I kept asking one question. How do I actually achieve something in life? Not just talk about it, not just dream about it, not just watch other people do it. I wanted to do it, achieve it, build it, live it, but the world never gave me a manual. All they said was, be patient, work hard, stay motivated. But nobody told me what to do with my brain, what to do with my hours, what to do when I failed, or what to do when I didn't believe in myself anymore. So I decided to figure it out myself. And what I discovered changed everything. Because there is a system, there is a path. And today, I will share it with you. If you follow these steps, you will achieve anything. I don't care where you're starting from. Poor, broken, late, rejected, tired, alone. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you take this seriously. You apply this like your life depends on it. Because one day, it will. It's also perfect for your English listening practice, so stay with me. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Step 1. Understand the neuroscience of achievement. Reprogram your brain first. Before you do anything in the outside world, you must understand what's happening inside your brain. Your brain is not designed to make you successful. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. Safe from failure, safe from embarrassment, safe from discomfort, safe from anything that feels new or scary. So the moment you try to change your life, start a business, learn a new skill, speak up, take a risk, move forward, your brain says, wait, stop, this feels dangerous. And it sends you fear and doubt and laziness and anxiety. And you believe it. You think something is wrong with you, but it's not. It's your brain doing its job to protect the old version of you. So if you want to achieve anything in life, you must learn to reprogram your brain. How? Let me explain in a simple way. Your brain works like a machine. It repeats what you feed it. Every thought you think is a signal. Every habit you follow is a command. Every emotion you feel is a result of your past patterns. So, if you've spent the last 5 years thinking, I can't do this, then your brain has wired that belief into your system. But here's the good news. What was wired in can be rewired out, and that's where your power begins. Think of a person who wants to become fit. They've never exercised before. They say, I'm just not the gym type. I'm lazy. I'm not disciplined. That's the brain speaking from past patterns. But now, if that same person forces themselves to walk for 10 minutes every morning, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, something starts to change inside them. Day 1, the brain says, why are we doing this? Day 3, it still resists. Day 7, it becomes slightly easier. Day 14, it becomes familiar. Day 21, it becomes part of who they are. That's not motivation. That's neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to rewire itself based on your actions. This is science. This is real. This is the key. Because most people wait for motivation. But achievers, they don't wait. They train their brain like a soldier trains their body. They do the small actions daily, even when they don't feel like it. And the brain learns. This is who I am now. That's how you become consistent. That's how you become confident. That's how you become powerful. not by thinking differently, but by doing differently. Until your brain follows, you will never achieve anything. Until you understand that your brain must be trained, just like a muscle, just like a skill, just like a habit. And that training doesn't come from watching more videos. It comes from doing small, focused actions daily, even when your brain says no, because that's the moment change begins. Step 2. Decide what you really want. Write it down until it hurts. Most people never achieve anything because they never decide. They live in confusion. They wake up and say, I want a good life. They say, I want success. They say, I want happiness. But their brain hears nothing, because vague goals create weak actions. The brain cannot work with confusion. It only works with clarity. If you don't clearly decide what you want, your brain has no direction. And when the brain has no direction, it chooses comfort. That's why people stay stuck for years. Not because they lack talent, but because they never chose a clear destination. Remember, life rewards the decided. Life ignores the confused. Deciding does not mean, I want to be rich someday. I want to be confident. I want a better future. That is dreaming. And dreaming without decision is dangerous, because it makes you comfortable. Deciding means this: I want this by this time, no matter what. For example, I want to build a strong, disciplined body in the next 12 months. I want to create a skill that pays me independently. I want to transform my life completely before this year ends. This level of clarity does something powerful to your brain. When your goal is clear, your brain starts filtering information. Your brain starts noticing opportunities. Your brain starts pushing you forward. But if your goal is unclear, your brain relaxes. Your brain delays. Your brain escapes. Now here is the most important rule of this step. You must write your goal down, not once, not sometimes, but every single day. Why writing? Because writing is not a motivation trick. Writing is a command to your subconscious mind. When you write something again and again, your brain says, this must be important. This must be serious. This must be who I am becoming. Imagine two people. Person A keeps their goal in their head. Person B writes their goal every morning and every night. Person A forgets. Person B remembers. Person A reacts to life. Person B controls direction. Over time, Person B becomes dangerous because their goal becomes their identity, and identity controls behavior. Let me say this very clearly. You will never outperform the image you hold of yourself. When you write your goal daily, you are slowly upgrading your self-image. You stop thinking, I hope I can, and you start thinking, this is who I am becoming. That shift alone can change your entire life. So today, don't think, don't delay, don't overanalyze. Sit down, take a pen, write exactly what you want. Simple words, clear words, honest words, and then write it again tomorrow, and again, until your brain has no option but to move you toward it. That is decision. That is power. That is how achievement begins. Step 3. Track inputs. Record daily actions, not dreams. This step separates wishers from achievers. Most people track outcomes. They ask, am I successful yet? Did I win yet? Did my life change yet? And when the answer is no, they quit. But winners don't track outcomes. They track inputs, because you cannot control results, but you can control actions. And actions, repeated daily, control results automatically. Imagine a farmer. He does not wake up every day and dig the ground to check if crops are growing. He doesn't shout at the soil. He doesn't panic after 3 days. What does he do? He waters the soil. He removes weeds. He protects the land. Every day. He tracks what he puts in, not what comes out. And one day the crop appears. Not by magic, by consistency. Your life works the same way. If you only look at results, you will feel frustrated, hopeless, impatient. But if you track inputs, you will feel controlled, calm, powerful. So what are inputs? Inputs are the daily actions that move you forward. Hours spent learning, time spent practicing, effort spent building, discipline shown when nobody is watching. Stop asking, did I succeed today? Start asking, did I do my work today? Did I show up? Did I practice? Did I move one step forward? If yes, the day is a win. This mindset destroys anxiety. Because now your happiness is not tied to outcomes. It's tied to effort. And effort is always in your control. You must record your inputs. Write them down daily, not to impress anyone, not to post online, but to build respect for yourself. Because when you see proof of your effort on paper, your brain says, I am serious. I am not lazy. I am moving. And that builds confidence, real confidence, silent confidence. Most people feel weak because they don't have evidence of effort. You will feel strong because you will see it daily. Small actions written daily become massive confidence over time. One day you will look back and realize, I didn't change overnight. I changed because I showed up every day. That is how lives are built. Quietly, slowly, powerfully. Step 4. Use your 24 hours in the right way. Time is not equal for everyone. You have 24 hours. I have 24 hours. A billionaire has 24 hours. A homeless man has 24 hours. A successful athlete, a famous scientist, a mother working 2 jobs, a student with nothing. They all have 24 hours. So what separates them? Why does one person build a life of impact, wealth, strength, and confidence, while another person watches, scrolls, complains, and waits? The answer is not luck. It's not IQ. It's not opportunity. It's this. They use their time like it's sacred. Others use their time like it's disposable. Most people don't lose life to death. They lose life to distraction. And that is the disease of this generation. They wake up and instantly grab their phone. They spend hours watching the lives of others. They reply to messages that mean nothing. They waste their mind on content that doesn't matter. Then they say, I didn't have time today. That lie will cost you your life. Because time is the one thing you never get back. Not 1 second, not 1 hour, not 1 year. Gone means gone forever. If you want to achieve anything, you must treat your 24 hours like a battlefield. Let me show you how. Split your day into 4 zones. Zone 1, build time. This is when you build your dream, your business, your skill, your body, your mind. This is your sacred time. It should be protected with your life. No distractions, no multitasking, no noise. If all you do is spend 2 to 4 hours a day in this zone and do it consistently, your life will change faster than you ever imagined. Zone 2. Learn time. This is when you feed your brain. Read, study, watch lectures, analyze. Not entertainment, not drama, real education, self-education. Because school doesn't teach you how to build a life. You have to teach yourself. 1 hour a day spent learning high-level, thinking, emotional control, mindset, finance, productivity. That 1 hour separates you from 99% of the world over time. Zone 3. Maintain time. These are your responsibilities: job, family, cleaning, commuting. Necessary tasks. Do them well, but don't let them consume your entire day. Keep them efficient. Keep them focused. Don't stretch a 1-hour task into 4 hours of chaos. Zone 4. Kill time. This is where your dreams die. Mindless scrolling, endless watching, toxic gossip. Procrastination disguised as, I need to relax. This is the enemy zone. You don't need to eliminate this 100%, but you must control it with discipline. Because the more time you spend in this zone, the less of your future remains. Now let's be real. You will have distractions. You will have noise. You will feel tired. But if you understand this one truth, your life changes forever. Success is not about time. It's about what you do inside that time. If you only have 2 free hours a day, and you use them to learn, build, grow, repeat, you will become unstoppable. But if you have 10 hours and use them to scroll, wish, talk, complain, nothing will change. Ever. Write down your 24-hour schedule. Remove all unnecessary time killers. Design your day like a system. Stick to it like a warrior. Track it, improve it, master it. Because time is your battlefield, and every hour is either a weapon or a wound. You decide. Step 5. Protect your focus. Like a lion protects its cubs. Let me tell you something that might hurt at first, but it will save your life. Your focus is being stolen. Right now, every single day. By your phone, by your apps, by notifications, by other people's opinions, by news, by gossip, by noise, by garbage. And you don't even realize it. You're not lazy. You're not stupid. You're just distracted. And here's the part most people never understand. Focus is not about intelligence. Focus is about protection. You must learn to protect your focus like a lion protects its cubs. Imagine a lion mother with 3 newborn cubs. If a snake comes near them, what does she do? She attacks. She roars. She risks everything. Why? Because those cubs are her future. Now think of your focus. That's your future too. If you let distractions get close, they will kill your future while you're smiling at your phone. That's how brutal this is. Every time you switch tasks, your brain takes time to readjust. Even a short distraction, a quick scroll, a quick text, a quick video. It cuts your focus, weakens your flow, and reduces your intelligence. Neuroscience proves this. The human brain was never built to multitask. Multitasking destroys depth, clarity, creativity, and memory. And what do you lose when you lose those? Everything. You lose momentum. You lose belief. You lose time. And eventually, you lose your dream. So how do you protect your focus? Create a daily deep work block. This is a minimum of 1 hour where nothing is allowed to enter your world. No phone, no messages, no people, no sound. Only your mission. This one habit can multiply your productivity more than anything else. Use airplane mode hours. Pick 2 to 4 hours daily where your phone is on airplane mode or in another room. This rewires your nervous system to stop needing dopamine. You'll feel pain at first, but soon, you will feel peace, power, and clarity. Remove low-quality people. You cannot stay focused if you are surrounded by drama, noise, and negativity. You don't need 20 friends. You need silence, peace, and vision. Remove those who distract you with their confusion. Build a focus trigger. Choose one habit that tells your brain, it's time to focus now. This can be lighting a candle, putting on headphones, closing your door, opening your notebook. After some days, your brain will associate that trigger with deep work. Keep a distraction list. Every time you're working and a thought enters your mind, check this, reply to that, do this. Write it down on a paper, not in your phone. Just write it and return to your work. Deal with it after the session. The world doesn't care how focused you are, but your future does. And if you don't protect your focus now, one day you'll look back and realize you had all the potential, but you let your attention be sold for nothing. Focus is not a skill, it's a defense system. And today, you must activate it. Step 6. Belief is not a feeling. It's a skill. You train every day. They say, I can't do it because I don't believe in myself. They say it like belief is a feeling that must magically appear. Like one day you wake up and suddenly believe you're capable, worthy, powerful. But that never happens, because belief doesn't come from the sky. It doesn't come from luck, and it doesn't come from motivation. It is a skill that is built and trained and earned. And if you don't train it, you will always feel small, weak, and unsure. Imagine a child learning to walk. He doesn't wait until he feels ready. He just tries and falls and gets up again. Each fall is painful, yes, but after enough tries, something magical happens. His brain learns, I can do this. That's where belief comes from, not before action, but after repeated action. Now imagine someone who wants to become confident in public speaking. They say, I'll speak in public once I believe I'm good enough. But that day never comes. Why? Because they're waiting for belief, instead of building belief. Now let's flip it. A second person says, I don't feel confident, but I'll speak in front of 2 people anyway. The first time, they stutter. The second time, they shake. The third time, they survive. The 10th time, they start to enjoy it. And by the 50th time, they look back and say, I believe in myself now. That belief was not a gift. It was not a feeling. It was the reward for doing what most people avoid. You don't need belief to begin. You need discipline to begin, and belief will follow. How do you build belief like a skill? Here is your 5-step formula. 1. Take small actions that scare you. Don't jump into fire, but do something that stretches you. Speak when you feel shy. Start the project even when you're not ready. Post the video. Try the business. Begin the book. Even if you feel doubt. 1. Create evidence daily. Every action you take is evidence to your brain. I'm serious. I'm becoming this. I'm doing what others fear. This evidence slowly changes your self-image. 3. Speak to yourself with power. Stop saying, I hope I can. Start saying, I am training, I am becoming. I am not done yet. Your brain listens to your voice more than anyone else's. 4. Celebrate small progress. After every win, even a small one, pause and say, that was me. I did that. That's proof. This rewires your mind to see success as normal, not rare. 5. Repeat the process until belief becomes identity. There will come a moment, not in one day, not in 1 week, but in time, where your brain will say, this is who I am now. And when that moment comes, you'll stop asking, can I do it? And you'll start saying, let's do it. So stop waiting for belief. It's not hiding somewhere. It's built in the shadows. One action, one repetition, one brave moment at a time. If you take action every day, even when it's small, messy, or uncomfortable, your belief will grow silently like a seed under the soil. And one day, it will burst through as power, clarity, and unshakable confidence. That's how belief is built. That's how you achieve anything. Step 7. Repeat boring things until they become powerful. This step is where most people fail. Not because it's hard, but because it's boring. They start strong, they get motivated, they feel the fire. But then, day 5 feels dull. Week 2 feels slow. Month 3 feels repetitive. And they stop. Not because they can't do it, but because they misunderstood the truth. Success is not exciting. Success is not loud. Success is not made of fireworks. It is made of quiet, repetitive, boring actions, done with intensity, focus, and love. Boring is your best friend. If you make peace with boring, you will win in life. For example, a person wants to get fit. They go to the gym. Day 1. Energy is high. Day 3. Muscles are sore. Day 7. Results? None. Day 14. Still the same mirror. They stop. Another person goes to the same gym. Same workouts. Same soreness. Same slow results. But they return. And return. And return. They don't complain. They don't expect magic. They just repeat the boring process. Again and again and again. And one day, something changes. The mirror shows new muscle. The mind feels sharper. The energy is stronger. And everyone asks, "What's your secret?" But there is no secret, only repetition of what looks boring to the world, but is building power inside you. You want to master public speaking? Speak again and again. Record yourself. Watch it. Improve. Repeat. It's boring. But one day you'll speak like a lion. You want to build a business? You'll do the same marketing, the same emails, the same systems, again and again, until it becomes second nature. You want to learn discipline? Wake up, write your goals, follow your habits, track your actions, every day, even when you don't feel like it. That's the difference. Average people chase motivation. Achievers repeat boring actions until they become powerful. Here's your system. Identify the boring thing that builds your future. Working out, writing, studying, cold calling, practicing, repeating. Don't avoid it. Own it. Create a time block for it every day. Don't negotiate. Don't delay. Just do it. Attach meaning to it. Tell yourself, this is boring to others, but to me, it's sacred. This is what will build the life they can only dream of. Track streaks. Don't break the chain. Each day you do it, your brain becomes stronger. Fall in love with the feeling of showing up, not just the result, because the result will come later. But the victory is in the showing up. Repetition is the language of greatness, and boredom is the doorway to mastery. So don't run from boring. Run toward it, smile at it, repeat it. Because while others are chasing excitement, you'll be building power, and one day they will watch you rise and wonder how you did it. But you'll know the truth. You simply did what they couldn't. You repeated boring things until they became extraordinary. Step 8. Track your progress like a scientist. Stop guessing and start winning. Most people walk through life blind. They work hard, but they don't know what's working. They try different things, but they don't know what to improve. They say, "I'm not improving," but they have zero proof of where they started. That's why they feel lost. And that's why the ones who track their progress, even in small, simple ways, win faster. Because guesswork is chaos, but tracking is clarity. Let me tell you something very few people understand. Success is not just about effort. Success is about feedback, about data, about truth, about measurement. Because if you can't see where you're going, how will you ever know if you're close? If you don't measure progress, you will always feel stuck, even when you're moving forward. And that kills motivation. Imagine, two people are going to the gym. Person A looks in the mirror every day. They say, "I look the same. I'm wasting my time." They quit. Person B tracks their reps. They write down their weights. They take photos every 2 weeks. They measure strength, not just appearance. And after 30 days, they see the data. I'm lifting more. My energy is up. My discipline is building. And that proof gives them power. That's how people become consistent, not through emotion, but through evidence. Let's say you're building a business. Don't just say, "I hope it's growing." Track. How many people did I message today? How many sales calls did I make? How many responses did I get? What worked? What didn't? That's how you improve. Let's say you're trying to speak more confidently. Record your voice once a week. Play it back. Compare it to last month. See the improvement. Hear the progress. That's how belief is built. Because when you can see your progress, you no longer need motivation. You are driven by truth. Let me give it to you in 5 powerful steps. 1. Define what you're building. You must be clear on what you're working toward. Fitness, skill, business, mindset, language, discipline. You can't measure what you don't define. 2. Break it into trackable actions. Ask, what are the inputs that matter? If you want to get fit, track your workouts, meals, water, sleep. If you want to grow your income, track your calls, offers, leads, conversions. If you want to become more focused, track your deep work hours, distractions avoided, books read. 3. Write it down every day. Don't trust your memory. Memory is emotional. Data is honest. Create a habit tracker, a journal, a calendar, a wall chart, anything. When you see your effort in front of you, your brain starts to respect you. 4. Review weekly. Learn, adjust, look at your numbers. Where are you winning? Where are you wasting time? What should you double down on? What should you remove? This is how you improve with precision. 5. Celebrate progress, even if it's small. If you're getting 1% better, that's massive over time. 1 extra hour of focus, 1 more workout, 1 more conversation. Track it. Celebrate it. Repeat it. If you can measure it, you can improve it. If you ignore it, you will lose it. Your goals don't need more emotion. They need more awareness, more reflection, more clarity. Tracking your progress like a scientist removes the fog from your path. It tells you exactly where you are, exactly what to do next, and exactly why you're winning, even when the results feel slow. Most people will never do this because it's not exciting, it's not loud, it's not instant, but it's how champions are built. So today, build your tracking system. Let the world guess. You'll move with proof. Step 9. Don't tell everyone your plan. Build in silence. Show in strength. Have you ever told someone your big dream, and instead of support, you got doubt? Or worse, silence? You say, "I'm going to change my life. I'm starting this business. I'm transforming my body. I'm chasing this dream." And people laugh, or give you advice you didn't ask for, or remind you of all your past failures. And slowly, your fire starts to shrink, not because your dream was weak, but because you shared it too soon. There is power in silence, and danger in talking too much, too early. Let's go deep. Every time you speak your dream out loud, your brain gives you a dopamine reward. It feels good. It feels like progress. It feels like something is happening. But nothing is actually happening. You're talking, not building. You're announcing, not acting. And that feeling of, I already started, can kill real effort. Because now, instead of showing up daily and doing the work, you start chasing praise, approval, attention, validation. The more people know about your plan, the more pressure you feel, the more fear you feel, the more confused you become. Because now, their opinions are in your head. That's how dreams die quietly. So what's the solution? Learn the art of private progress, build silently, study quietly, train in the shadows. Let your improvements speak for you. Let your actions do the talking. Let your success make the announcement. Because that's real power. Think of a seed underground. It grows silently, no noise, no attention. And one day, it breaks the surface. And the world sees something strong, beautiful, unshakable. That's your process. Let your goals be sacred. Let your discipline be private. Let your journey be yours. You don't need to tell people what you're doing. You need to show them what you've done. Tell yourself. Write your plan in your journal. Speak it in prayer. Keep it close to your heart. But don't give it to the world too early. Protect it. Feed it. Grow it. And when the results are undeniable, you won't need to say anything. They'll ask, how did you do it? And you'll smile, because you already know the answer. You didn't talk about it. You worked on it, every single day. Step 10. Be the teacher of your own mind. Become unstoppable from the inside, not for success only, but for survival, for strength, for peace, for becoming unbreakable in a world that constantly tries to break you. Your life is controlled by the voice inside your head. And if you don't train that voice, it will destroy you silently. Every action you take, every decision you avoid, every fear you listen to, every excuse you believe, comes from that inner voice. And for most people, that voice is not a teacher. It is a bully. It is negative. It is fearful. It is weak. It says, you're not good enough. You always fail. Others are better than you. Why even try? Stay safe. Stay comfortable. And because they never question that voice, they obey it. That's why most people live small lives. Not because they lack ability, but because they never learn to lead their own mind. If you want to achieve anything, you must become the teacher, not the victim of your mind. It means this. You don't believe every thought you think. You don't obey every emotion you feel. You don't let fear decide your future. You observe, correct, and retrain your mind daily. Just like a strict but loving teacher trains a student, your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't train it, it will drag you wherever it wants. Into fear, into laziness, into distraction, into regret. But if you train it patiently, with discipline, repetition, and awareness, that same horse will carry you anywhere you want to go. That's mastery. Every day, your mind creates thousands of thoughts. Most of them are automatic, based on your past, based on fear, based on survival. If you don't intervene, your future becomes a replay of your past. So you must learn mental leadership. You must ask, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Is this fear real or imagined? Is this excuse protecting me or limiting me? And when the thought is weak, you must correct it. Not emotionally, not angrily, but calmly, like a teacher correcting a student. Imagine two people facing the same failure. Both fail an important goal. Person one's mind says, you failed again. You're useless. This proves you can't do it. They believe it. They quit. Their life shrinks. Person two's mind says, that didn't work. Let's analyze why. Let's adjust. Let's try again. They act again. They grow. Their life expands. Same failure. Different teacher inside the mind. And that changes everything. This is not philosophy. This is a daily practice. Here is the exact system. Catch the thought. Whenever you feel fear, doubt, laziness, or negativity, pause. Don't react. Observe. Say, this is a thought, not a fact. That alone creates distance and power. Question the thought. Ask, is this 100% true? Is this helping me move forward? Would the strongest version of me believe this? Most negative thoughts collapse under questioning. Replace the thought. You don't leave the mind empty. You replace. Change. I can't do this. 2. I am learning how to do this. Change. I'm not ready. 2. I will get ready by taking action. This is not fake positivity. This is mental discipline, reinforced with action. The mind listens to action more than words. When you act despite fear, your mind learns. When you stay disciplined, your mind adapts. Action is how you teach the mind who is in charge. Review yourself daily. Every night ask, what did my mind do today? Where did it try to escape? Where did I lead it well? This daily reflection builds awareness. Awareness builds control. Control builds power. Because if you master this step, you don't break under pressure. You don't quit during failure. You don't depend on motivation. You don't fear other people's opinions. You don't lose yourself in chaos. You become calm, clear, focused, dangerously disciplined. You stop saying, I hope my life changes, and you start saying, I am changing my life every day. Everything you want in life, confidence, success, peace, discipline, strength, is on the other side of mental leadership. Not motivation, not talent, not luck. Leadership of your own mind. If you can lead your thoughts, you can lead your actions. If you can lead your actions, you can lead your habits. If you can lead your habits, you can lead your destiny. And once you reach that level, no failure can stop you. No opinion can break you. No delay can defeat you. Because you are no longer controlled by the world. You are controlled by purpose, by awareness, by discipline, by you. You now have the blueprint, not motivation, not hype, not temporary fire, a system. If you follow these steps, slowly, seriously, daily, your life will not stay the same. One day you will look back at this version of yourself, and you will feel proud. Because this was the day you stopped reacting to life and started leading it. And that is how you achieve anything.